So now we're going to look at finding the center and radius of a circle and graphing that circle. So we're going to start by finding the radius, the center and the radius. We're going to pick those out from here and here. So our center is h comma k. So the h was always the opposite sign here. So it's positive 5 and negative 2. So that's our center. And the radius we get from here. So our general form is x minus h squared plus y minus k squared equals r squared. So if I look at 16 here, that's r squared. So r squared is 16, meaning if I take the square root of both sides, the radius is 4. So I'm going to go and find that info on this graph here. So I'm going to find the center at 5, comma, negative 2. So positive 5 down negative 2. That's as close as I think I'm going to get. And the radius is 4. That means I'm going to go 4 units out to draw my circle. So I go 4 units to the right. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4. And then from the center, 4 units up. 1, 2, 3, 4. And 4 units to the left. 1, 2, 3, 4. And down. So my circle, I think the easiest way would be to draw the center and then pick out those points. So that is the equation graphed down here. So you just got to find the center and the radius based on that standard form that we have up here. And so if I look, maybe I'll use this guy. So my center comes from here and my radius come from here because it's not r that's 64, it's r squared is 64. So that means r, once I find it, take the square root of both sides, is 8. Now, if we have no number next to the x, that actually means it's kind of like having x minus 0 squared. So my center is going to be at 0, comma, and then I take the opposite of that sign there, so it's positive 2. So I'm going to start at 0, comma 2, and I'm going to move 8 units out in every direction. So I'm going to go 0, so 0 left and right, so and then just up 2. And then I'm going to go 8 units to the right, 8 units up, 8 units to the left, 8 units down. And I'm going to attempt to draw this amazing circle here. And there we go. So we've got circle with our given center and our radius. Down at the bottom, we can also write the equation given a graph. So we need to know what the center is. It looks like the center of my circle is at 0, 0. And the radius, how far out I've traveled from the center in every direction, is 1, 2, 3. And we got to check, is it 3? 1, 2, 3. So my radius is 3. So now I'm going to write my equation given that the standard form is x minus h squared plus y minus k squared equals r squared. And I have all those pieces. I have my center, meaning I have my h and k. I have h, I have k. And I have my radius. So you can write it as x minus 0 squared plus y minus 0 squared equals r, so 3 squared. And if we write it in simplest terms, x minus 0 is still x squared. because we're squaring it. And then y minus 0 is just y, so it's y squared equals 9. So that's the equation of that circle that was graphed. So I'll do the same thing. I need to identify what my center and my radius are before writing my equation. So center, and we are 1 unit to the left and 1 unit up. So -1, comma 1 for my center. And I am how many units out? 1, 2. So 2 units out. So the radius is 2. So I'm going to go x minus a -1, so x plus 1 squared, plus y minus 1 squared equals the radius squared. So final answer is x plus 1 squared plus y minus 1 squared equals 4. So that's the equation of the given circle. And that's it for circles.